Hello everyone, how are you doing today? So today, I decided why not make a tier list video. Tier list for Genshin Impact in 3.7. It's right before 3.8. 3.8 doesn't seem like much is going to change. I doubt anything is going to drastically change the meta anyway. This is for the sake of right before Fontaine, to see where the game state ended up, and then look back on it in the future. See what changed, see what didn't. I'll aim to do this next year too, just to see how much has changed, where new priorities are, etc, etc. Also, just know that I am kind of smashed, and I am very tired and kind of out of it a little bit. I like to keep this tradition up. It's barely a tradition, only happened once more, of where I am a little drunk while making tier lists, because I think that's much more fun than just blabbing on about nonsense for 5 years. So hopefully we'll see something weird. Anyway, let's discuss the rankings and whatnot first before I get into it. So I added 2 new rankings, SS and F. Obviously F tiers for those that they just suck. They just suck. They need buffs. I hope they get buffs in the future. They better get buffs, or I swear, Hoyoverse is gonna have to catch these hands. I think that meme is dead and has been dead for like 20 years now, but you know, I'm still rolling with the ball here. I am a boomer. I'm not a boomer at all. So F tier, that is bottom of the barrel. I made notes on the side to help guide me as to what I'm going to rank here. And my note for F tier is resonance buffer. So yeah, that's their main use for resonance. Cute, huh? Anyway, D tier. So D tier, they also suck. But the main difference between F and C tier with D tier is in D tier, they do offer something, but that something is just heavily outclassed. They're just not useful. Other units just kind of do everything better. Anyway, C tier, those are the meta options, and they have major upgrades. The difference between that and D tier is that D tier is like, why? And C tier is like, why? Well, I guess, you know? B tier, they're okay and versatile, or they're great at like 1, maybe 2 things. It's gonna be where most of the characters wind up for obvious reasons. Like they're good at certain things, not others. They're just like fine all around. Anyway, then there's A. A tier is they're missing a little bit. They're missing like 1 or 2 things that will make them like really, really strong, like really meta. Whether that's just a bit more damage, whether that's just a bit more utility to make them really strong, I don't know. But they're just missing a little bit. S tier is absolutely meta. A meta staple. A lassie or laddie who you can just pull and you'll see how thick they are. They are mighty thick. They can drop it low and pick it back up with ease. Icons, all of them. Now, not a lot of people put an SS tier. I'm putting SS tier because I think that there are some units that rise above those of S tier. I think that there are those characters that are so overly overpowered that they should probably get heavily nerfed because they're kind of unnecessarily strong and detrimental to the game state. Because with them in the game, they kind of ruin most other things. They're normally the characters where if you see online on like a Reddit thread or Honey Impact in the comment section, why don't you just use this character? These are where the characters go in SS tier because they completely reshape and redefine the game. These are the closest things in the game to must pulls, and if you have them, oh, you are sweaty, aren't you? Anyway, time to move on. So let's start with Aether. Now, Aether and Lumine I did differently. Aether I counted as a traveler of the Geo, Anemo, and Electro element, and Lumine I counted as a traveler of the Dendro element. So we'll just rank them right here, right now. Lumine, which is the traveler of the Dendro element, is going to go into B tier. They are very strong. They have some of the best Dendro application in the entire game, plus they offer a very versatile buff. They are just a pretty viable pick, but only in Dendro teams. They're not insanely strong. They don't do anything themselves other than offer like some okay damage, and the main point, persistent off-field AoE Dendro application. It's good. And then we have the boy. Who are you? Aether. Aether. We have Aether. He's around, sadly. D tier for him. He doesn't do good things. Replaceable as hell. Now we're on to Albedo. Albedo is going to go into B tier. He offers a lot of off-field damage. He offers some good buffing. He offers some decent crystallized procs. Yeah, just somewhat like a Toma or something like that. Like, he's fine. He's pretty good. He got buffed with Dendro, but he's not like insane or anything. I have a C6 Albedo, and a lot of the times I'm like, why the hell would I want to use Albedo when I could just use Kazuha? Or when I can just use Baishu? Or when I could just use Zhongli? You know, there's just not a reason to pick him over other units. Just because while he does offer some good off-field damage, it's not enough. And then he's also Geo, so it's just the damage that he offers. Kinda sucks. Anyway, Amber. Yeah, I don't think I need to explain. She didn't get many buffs. She's just still kind of poo. She needs help. She needs desperate help. Honey, please rise up, hop like a bunny into SS tier at some point in your life. Get out of that F. Ayaka S. Queen, her damage is insane. Her damage is stupid with Shinhe. She's just a stupid character. She deals way too much damage. It's great. She has gotten hit with Sumeru. The Abyss hasn't been super kind to freeze teams, so like now she's more around A-ish, but she still just offers like way too much damage. And if you have like any constellations on her, like instant SS tier, she's good. She's good. She's solid. She's working it, and she's underground. Barbara's a B, right? Yeah, Barbara's a B. Before I would say Barbara's F because she's freaking terrible. As of recently, she's good. She has a good amount of the benefits of Kokomi, except with the wide AoE hydro application, and that's like it. Well, her cooldowns are also insanely stupidly long for no reason, but she's good. She's great in Elo teams. She's great in Fridge teams. She's great if you just need a tanky hydro applicator on field. She's great. I think she's underrated. I don't know if anyone shits on her anymore. I don't think I've ever seen anyone talk about Barbara, probably for good reason, but she's thriving somewhat. She's like living, maybe not her best life, but it's a life. Anyway, Beidou. Beidou's also in B. She needs help. Well, she doesn't need help, but she could use help. She didn't get many buffs from Dendro. Everyone else just got better buffs, and like now they're dealing more damage than she is. She's still fine. That's really it. She's just kind of fine. Why would you be fine when you could be mega fine, you know? That's my justification for Beidou. Anyway, Bennett S tier. I mean, did you expect anything less? That stupid buff is still insanely overpowered. If you really want to nuke with anyone, use him. If you need some snapshotting, which they have been taking out of the game, use him. He's just really good. They are trying to get him out of S tier, but it's very hard to get him out of S tier. He's always going to be a viable option as long as there's snapshotting units. As long as there's a Xiangling is in the game, he's going to be insanely strong. As long as high damaging characters are in the game, he's going to be insanely strong. He's just going to be insanely strong for, I think, ever. So those are my thoughts. Chongyun. Oh, honey. Oh, Chongyun. Definitely one of the worst characters in the entire game. He just offers nothing. In order for him to work, you need to either use the national comp or you need a C6 Shinhe. And then with Chongyun, there's better versions of the national comp that just completely outdamage him. And there are better users of Shinhe than Chongyun. Even C6 Shinhe, like there's better users. He just don't do it. Diluc. Diluc is in C. Diluc is the first C tier. Diluc, the thing about Pyro is that all of them are either Bennett or Vape main DPS characters. Well, I guess Xiangling is not main DPS, but she's basically the main DPS, just not on field. But they just all do the same exact job. And it comes down to, do you want to use Diluc, who is probably the worst at it, or do you want to use someone better? Diluc just doesn't do enough. He doesn't have enough damage. He knocks everything back. No, he's a no. Diona. No one talks about Diona. I don't know why no one talks about Diona. A tier. She's cracked. Use her. She got buffed with Dendro. Use her. She's stupid. She has Kazuha's C2. Use her. What are you doing? Use her. Shit. God damn, use her. Oh, okay, Fischl S. I mean, she just got better. She just keeps getting better. I would have put her in SS tier. I don't think it's her that redefines anything. I think that's someone else. Wink, winch. Winch? Did I say winch? Whatever. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Ganyu. Ganyu's A. Ganyu's fine. She's not like Ayaka. Doesn't output a crap ton of damage, but if you need crazy amount of constant cryo damage, she's great. She does not hold back. She is a ballista. She's great. She's just great. Love her. She's also extremely versatile. She's one of the more versatile units in the game. She could be used as a support, a main DPS. She could be used in Melt. She's one of the only cryo characters I think that is good in Belt comps. I think the other one's Rosaria. She's good in Freeze. She's good as a buffer. She's good as an alternate to Shinhe. If you don't have Shinhe, sometimes she's even better. She's just great. She's great. Hu Tao. Did you expect anything less? It's freaking Hu Tao. She has the highest damage ceiling of any character in the entire game, and her constellations are boo. Well, except for her C1. She is the prime single target damage dealer. I don't like her. I don't like using her. I love her personality. She's great. I love just seeing her. But she just outputs so much damage so quickly. It's stupid. It's so stupid. The times that I go to use her, which is very few, she just obliterates shit. Why? Why does she do that? Who thought that was okay? She's so stupidly strong. My god. If you like her, God bless your soul. You picked the right character to like. Anyway, Jean. B tier. Jean's fine. She's good in Sunfire. She's good in Anemo teams. I'm pretty sure that all Anemo teams are now running Sunfire Jean with Faruzan and then either Xiao or Scaramouche. I think that's what mono Anemo is happening right now. She's just a great character. She's great, solid. As long as she's paired with Bennett, she's doing perfectly fine. She offers a good amount of heals too. So if you need like a defensive option or like an aggravate team, she could work there. She's great. She's just great. What can I say? She's solid. She's just a solid, versatile character. Kaeya is, I would say, in a similar spot. He really thrives. Maybe I should put him in C tier, but he really thrives in freeze teams. He works it there, especially in fridge teams where you gotta freeze them veggies. He is the best at that. He is the perfect farmer. He can cultivate them veggies like no other, and that's really it. He's just great. Keqing, B tier. Keqing's fine. I might move her to A. She's great in the aggravate. Really it. Like she hits hard. I might move her to A. She's good. I need to test her more, I feel, but I would definitely like put her over here. Yeah, put her in B. Like she was like a C before. She's like now like a B. She hits hard with aggravate, but I don't think that she compares to the others. Klee, C tier. She's technically better than Diluc, but clunky as hell. She is so clunky. She needs mega help. Lisa, C. She is just a very amazing free-to-play Hyper Bloom driver. She's just like Yae, except she can have more elemental mastery. She won't deal much damage though, as like Yae will. She could also act as a support. She's pretty good at that. She's great for Eula. She's great for nuke showcases. She's great for a lot of things. She's good now, BB. Anyway, Mona. Where's Mona? Mona's like C. Mona sucks. She's great for nuke showcases and that's it. But Lisa can do the same thing except a crap ton of other stuff. Mona sucks. Mona just sucks. Ningguang, I think, oh, I'm gonna piss people off. I pissed myself off with this one actually. Ningguang, yeah, sad. She just does nothing. Like she doesn't drive. She doesn't deal damage. She does nothing. What is she there for? She needs to buy herself a new kit. Like you're rich enough, girl. Get it together. Noelle? Where is she? Oh, she's here. She's B. She's just a bad Ito, but like more versatile. She's kind of like Kokomi. I would say she's one of the more versatile units in the game. She could just kind of do everything if she wants to. She'll be like a tanky driver. She'll heal up your entire team. She's like pretty fine. She's like a fine lassie. Anyway, Qiqi's C. Normally I would have put her lower, but recently I did a test between her and Mika in a Eula team, and my god, yeah, we'll get to that when we talk about Mika. She's fine. She's like a decent defensive character. She offers decent cryo application. She offers great healing, and she's great with the clam set. She's fine. Use her with Eula. That's my recommendation. Razor. I had a hard time putting him at this point because I was like, he's higher. He deserves more. He's really strong, especially in like one specific comp, but that's it. He's only strong in that specific comp. He's kind of good in other spots, but like Lisa can do the same thing. Yae Miko can do the same thing. Sino can do the same thing. Any other Electro user can do the same thing, except for this one specific comp with Bennett, Xingqiu, and Nahida. But then he's carried by those three characters who are all just completely better than him. But in that spot, he's freaking stupid. Try it. Try Razor, Xingqiu, Nahida, and a C6 Bennett and come back to me. He's freaking insane. He is absolutely grotesque. It's wild. Sucrose, stupid. Stupid buffing character, stupid supporting character, amazing still in taser teams, amazing even more in Dendro teams, since now she could buff all field characters' elemental masteries and make your Electro Hyperblooms even stronger. She's still great. She's still popping off. She's still working it. She is a goddess. A goddess. Tartaglia, A tier. He deals no damage, and he's not a main DPS, despite what anyone else wants to think. He's a good driver. He's a really strong driver. If you need an absurd amount of AoE Hydra application, Tartaglia is your man. He offers the most application in the game of any element, I think. His application is stupid. It's stupid. And it's great for Hyperbloom, but the issue with Hyperbloom is that you need a lot of Electro application. He has some good niche comps, but he's only good in those niche comps, but I feel like he can be better, definitely, depending on like certain situations and whatnot. He's just solid. He deals a decent amount of damage, but it's not crazy. It's just fine. The new artifact set did help him out a little bit, just not too much. Venti. Venti is the pinnacle of like an on and off switch. I think he's the only on and off switch in Genshin where he either is the best character in the game or he's the worst character in the game. And ever since Kazuha came out, he's been the worst character in the game. There have been very few times where he's actually very good or where his on switch is on. Otherwise, he's just completely annihilated by Kazuha, by anyone else that's just Anemo, because they can all do the same exact thing as him. But more often than not, he's on the off switch, and he has been for years. years. So I'm gonna put him in C. I might put him lower, but I feel like C is fine for now because I feel like he doesn't really deserve to be lower since he does have those times, especially in domains and in early game content, where he just deletes everything by himself. Xiangling, S tier. Xiangling is insanely strong. However, she relies on Bennett for relevancy. I should put her in A, because she just kind of can't do much outside of Bennett, but when paired with Bennett, she's broken. Like, she's Hu Tao levels broken. She's stupid. She's such a stupid character. Let's see. Then we have Xiao. Xiao got some buffs. He's pretty good. He's fine. He's just fine. He's not overtaking the entire game. He's still fine just because all he does is deal damage, and that's really it. I'm surprised he's this high up, to be honest. I thought he would at least get power crept by now, but he's just fine. He's just fine. Xingqiu, first SS character in the entire game, or on this list, I should say. Every single Hydro character in the game is basically compared to him. He has literally everything. He has damage, he has defense, he has healing, he has an insane amount of Hydro application, he has passive Hydro application, he has active Hydro application, he has everything. He just has everything. Why does he have everything? He could shred Hydro resistances too. Why does he have everything? Why? Why? He's stupid. And I would go as far to say that he's the best character in the game right now because all he's gotten is buffs. He's only gotten buff. Like, there are certain comps where he doesn't perform as well as other characters do, but he's still stupidly overpowered. Even in those comps, he's doing a lot. Despite him being ugly as hell, he's stupidly strong. Xinyan, F. I'm sorry, girl. I love you. I love your animations. She's so bad. She does nothing. You can't even use her for her shield because it's paper thin, and you can't even use the Pyro Aura because it's tied to her shield. This is so bad. She's such a bad unit. Zhongli, I'm gonna get torn up over this one. I'm gonna get torn to shreds over this one. I have a feeling. I have a bad feeling. But I'm gonna stick to my guns on this one. Zhongli is B tier. Who are y'all who think he's any better than that? Zhongli's garbage right now. The only thing that he's good at is being a shield bot and having full type resistance shred. That's it. And now he's getting outclassed in that resistance shred department, and other characters are getting better shields than him. He's just getting outclassed. I have a feeling that in 2 regions, he's going to be here because he's just getting worse and worse as time goes on. It's sad. This character used to be like up here. Not when he was released. Not at all. He was right here. But he used to be up here, like after he got like some of his buffs. Now he's here. He is just so sad. His history is so sad. He does no damage either. Have you seen how much damage he does with his burst compared to Kirara? Kirara's burst deals more damage than his, just with the impact. And Zhongli only has the impact. A 4-star out damages him and provides about the same level of shield. There's a Dendro shield. It's still about the same level. He's just not good. He's not that good. Rosaria. Rosaria's here. Rosaria is the best physical support in the game. I will get to it later. She's the best physical support in the game. She's great for reverse melt, and she's one of the best cryo characters in the game. I would put her up here, but like, she's just not that good. Especially right now. She didn't get any buffs. Things are just outscaling her completely. She's starting to fall off a bit. It's fine, but it's not that great. Eula. Oh, I'm gonna get viewer spikes right in these 2 spots, nearly back to back. Eula's B, dog. Wow, I think that's too high. I should put her lower. She's not good. She does not even compete with A tier units. She's really bad. She has so many consistency issues. She has so many issues in general. She has overkill issues. She just doesn't work on paper. She seems really good and really strong, and she is really good and really strong, but you can only actually put the on paper into practice against a boss with a crap ton of health, and one that she won't be able to kill. So she's either dealing her total amount of damage to a boss that she can't kill, which means she's not dealing enough damage, or she's overkilling and wasting so much of her own damage. At most points, her burst, due to either like running and just not being able to get all of like the stacks and whatnot, or just completely overkilling enemies, her burst only deals about, let's just say, like a third of its actual damage. That's a major damage decrease. She's garbo. She does not do enough. She has so many issues on top of that too. She really needs a support that can help her, and she's still missing that support, and that support needs to be absolutely insane for Eula to be good. She just can't keep up. I'm obviously over exaggerating, but like, that's just how I feel Eula is. She's just not good. She's not in a good spot right now, especially now with Hyper Bloom. She's not being run in physical teams anymore. She's being run as a freaking Hyper Bloom support driver. Where the hell in Eula's kit does she support that? She's so bad that she's being used in a team comp she doesn't support. What is that? That's stupid. She needs help. Sorry, I'm like freaking out. She needs like desperate help. She really does. I consider putting her in a B tier, a Justice. Yanfei is D tier. Yanfei is the same as Klee, except not clunky. That's really it. That's all it boils down to. Kazuha, the next double S tier. Kazuha is probably the weakest of the double S tier characters. He's definitely up there. He offers just so much buffing potential. I think it's about a 50% damage increase to a character when he's on the team, which is stupid. It's just stupid. That's about what most D6s for characters do. For like a 5-star character specifically. Like look at Yae Miko, that's like a 50% damage increase. But Kazuha on her team, 50% damage increase. He's a stupidly strong character. He made it so that now every other Anemo character is going to be compared to him. And if any other Anemo character cannot do what he does, they're kind of just garbo. Sucrose is very close in that regard, but she doesn't offer as much team versatility. She's really only buffing one character. She's just not doing too much, and then she gets a lot more from on field, whereas he's off field. Then there's Yae Miko. Yae Miko is just a weaker Hu Tao. That's really all it comes down to. She's a lot easier to play, but she's weaker. Sayu, I put her C tier. Sayu is like Yae Miko is to Hu Tao. Sayu is to Jean, just a weaker Jean. Doesn't heal as much as Jean, doesn't deal enough damage. She does have godly mobility. Raiden Shogun, the next double S tier. Raiden Shogun just offers so much. The battery potential she offers, the damage buffing potential she offers, the damage she offers is stupid. Even now with Hyper Bloom, she's dealing an insane amount of damage. Holy crap, have you tried it? She's stupid. She's dumb. Then Aggravate scales harder with damage percent than attack, and she only offers damage percent to herself as buffing, so she works insanely well with Aggravate too. She's stupid. She's a stupidly strong character, and she got stronger with Dendro. She's even the best Hyper Bloom applier in the entire game. She's a strong freaking character. Kujou Sara. I used to crap on Kujou Sara a lot. I think she's a lot better now, especially with Aggravate, especially with the crit damage buff, especially with the flat attack buff. She's just really good right now. Her burst damage is huge. Her battery potential is really nice. She is in a really good spot, especially since she can apply LG for the end. She's in a really good spot right now. She's vibing, and she's vibing hard. Like, she took some freaking crack cocaine, and she is just going at it. Kokumi, S tier. What do I need to say? She just keeps getting better. She is aging like fine wine. She is my fine mama. Love her. She is the best support in Halo teams. She is one of the best supports in Quick Bloom teams. No, she is the best support in Quick Bloom teams. She is one of the best supports in every single Bloom team, and she acts as a defensive unit while doing it. She just offers so much. She is nearly an icon She is an icon. She's nearly an Archon herself. Aloy F tier. Garbage. I don't know what to say. Are there Aloy mains out there who's going to fight me? I really don't know even if I should try and hold back on her. She's just so freaking bad. She offers literally nothing. All she could do is melt once. What? One melt? That's all you offer? Wow. Garbage. Get out. She's probably the worst character in the game, even lower than Amber, because at least Amber can reliably use elegy for the end, you know? Aloy can't. She's crap. Come on. Best Virgin. Best Virgin enabler. Best one. He's gross. He's grotesque. Love him. Icon. King. Queen. Yeah. Ito is A tier. Ito is much like Xiao, except Geo. Yeah, that's it. Goro. Goro I'm also going to put in A. Goro is the best Geo character in the game. He helps mono Geo teams so much, and he helps every single Geo character so much. His buffs are insane, and they're team-wide. They're team-wide. Everyone benefits. Everyone's a king. Everyone's a queen. Hop off. He carries the element on his back. Need I say more? Sure, she's also gonna go up there. She is a sub DPS. She deals a good amount of damage, and she deals that through her main DPS. She deals that through your animal character. She deals that through herself. She deals a lot of damage. Do not doubt your Shenhe. She is amazing, but only in cryo. And that's why she's here. She is crippled by cryo. Dungeon. Now, a lot of people like to put all of the niche specific supports all together. I don't, because they are different. They are all different. Like, for instance, Sara, Bro, and Shenhe can all buff the entire team. Dungeon only buffs one character, and it's not by much. It is about on par with Bennett, and it's only for Yae Miko and maybe Ayato. That's it. She's pretty trash. She is really good at that job. So I'm gonna put her in B, because that's all she can do. She does it pretty well, but that's it. A lot of the times, though, you're better off with just going like Albedo. I should probably move her down, but whatever. Yae Miko, A tier. Yae Miko got very strongly buffed, and she's so versatile. She could be used on and off field. She could be used as a driver. She could be used as a DPS. She can't really be used as a support. She's just DPS. She's just damage, but she's still good. She's strong. She hits like a freaking truck. She offers similar burst damage potential to Eula. She's good. She's good. Ayato, A tier 2. Ayato is fine. I think he's gotten better with Bloom because Tartaglia has issues dealing with Bloom comps because he's just a applies too much Hydro, whereas Ayato applies just enough, and he deals more damage. I think he did get better after Dendro, and I think that he is now probably the better option than Tartaglia, but not by much. I feel like they're still about the same as they were before. He's just good. He offers some support too, which is nice. Top off. Anyway, Yulan's S tier. She's just Xingqiu, except without enough Hydro application and with no defense, but makes up for it with offense, which helps. She also scales directly with HP, which makes it easier to build her. And yeah, just good. She's a good character. She's also a bow character, which makes her a prime user for LG, which is insane, crazy character. She's really good. Kuki, S tier. Second best Hyper Bloom character in the entire game at C4. I think she's on par, if not better, than Raiden Shogun. She's really strong. She deals so much damage. She heals a great amount. And then she also has the option of Key of Kashinset, Freedom Thorn, and the Instructor set to all of everyone else and herself if she needs to. She's strong. She's really good. She's insane. And she gets better with constellations, at least up until C4. C5 and C6 comes around. That's like meh. C6 is meh because you don't really want her to be below a certain threshold because she's gonna freaking die. You don't want her to die. Like, she's good. This is one of the worst Anemo characters. Mainly because all he does is damage, but like because he's Anemo, he's still around here. He's still good. He's just kind of a worse Sucrose. Sucrose does a lot more than Hazo, but Hazo just deals more upfront damage. He's just kind of like a worse Scaramouche. He's still good though, and he hits like a freaking truck. D tier. He is great for his quick swap DPS playstyle with Yae Miko. They are insane together. They are very strong. They both hit like trucks. They have crazy good amounts of burst damage. They're dumb. They are dummy thick. All he does is damage. It's not enough damage. It's a good amount of damage. Not enough. Ole's worse. Ole offers nothing other than front-loaded Dendro application, and that's it. Elegy. Elegy. Story. Wow, holy crap. Well, she offers actually quite a bit. She has the best Hyper Bloom damage potential in the entire game. She has some of the highest battery potential in the entire game, and she has some great healing. Why does she not work? It's because you need to build into all three in order for them all to work, and that's impossible to do. You need to pick one and maybe two if you're lucky, and that's her issue. You just can't do it. She just cannot do it. It's too much on her shoulders, and no one can really help her. She really needs just a lot. She needs so much, and at that point, why not just go literally anyone else? Nilo's S tier. She is a character that is very easy to invest into too. Like, her vertical investment ceiling is very low. I guess what's needed is Nida's C2, her C2, Nilo's C2, and Nilo's signature weapon. After you have done those three things, Nilo teams are dealing like 100k damage with their bountiful cores. It's stupid. Like, they're stupid. And that's in a giant AoE. They're cracked. Absolutely cracked. And without that, they're still strong. They are still stupidly overpowered. They're dealing like 30k damage and a huge AoE. Like, they're stupid, and they're healing through all of it too. They're all tanks. They're all tanks dealing 30,000 damage. Why are tanks dealing more damage than main DPS characters? What? Wild. Now, Sino, I had a hard time. I was thinking A or B. I chose A because he is good. He is technically better than Yae. He does output a lot of freaking damage, but his issue is energy and the fact that his supports don't help him. Every single support he has also doesn't work with him in one way or another. It's really weird. Like, Nahida has the longest Dendro application duration in the entire game, so obviously he would want her. Nope, it disappears when they die. Okay. Baidou has the long duration Dendro application and a buff help him with his aggravates and hyper blooms. Oh, but single target, and it's not fast, so it's not enough to outpace any sort of hyper blooms or any sort of hydro application, and it's not good enough to apply in multi-target situations. He just has issues to the point where why use him, a character that's going to output like maybe a bit more damage than Yae, but with a crap ton more issues, you know? Candace is the worst hydro character in the game. She just kind of offers nothing other than AoE hydro application, and she requires her C6 to do that. Otherwise, she does nothing. She has synergy with Yao Yao. That's it. Literally it. Not good. Nahida's SS. Nahida is the reason why I made the SS tier, because I feel like she is just overwhelmingly abundant and overwhelmingly overpowered. She offers literally everything else that every other Dendro unit provide, except she does it better. The only characters that do something that she doesn't is Yao Yao and Baizhu, because they provide defensive utility and she doesn't. That's it. There's literally no reason to use anyone else other than Nahida except for Yao Yao and Baizhu when it comes to Dendro team comp. She snuffs out the rest of the Dendro cast just because she's so absurdly overpowered at what she does. Like, if you need Dendro, Nahida. You want Dendro damage? Nahida. You want Dendro buffing? Nahida. You want Dendro application? Nahida. You want AoE Dendro application? Nahida. You want single target? Nahida. You want long-term? Nahida. You want quick swap? Nahida. You want a hyper carry Dendro application? Nahida. It's just Nahida. It's always Nahida. It's always Nahida. There's no reason not to use Nahida, and I'm kind of sick of it. I started to hate her for it. I find her very annoying now. I used to love her. I'm just kind of sick of it at this point. Layla. She's just a shield bot. That's her issue. She's Zhongli, except worse. She's just Zhongli, but worse. I think a bit more consistent tenacity. She's just worse. Scaramouche, he's up here. He deals a good amount of damage. He's like on par with Xiao. Xiao has more AoE, so higher potential for damage. Scaramouche is also very good. He is the most versatile main DPS character in the entire game, though. He is very valuable. If you like Scara, pick him. He will do you wonders. Faruzan. Faruzan, I had a hard time because easier to C5 Faruzan is a different character than C6 Faruzan. C6 Faruzan is up in S tier. She is stupid. She deals an absurd amount of damage. She groups all the time. She's a mini Venti while also dealing more damage than Venti. She's dumb. You could also use his weapon. Before that, she's like C tier. She does nothing. And she has so many issues, man. Isn't B. Yao Yao. S. Xiao is similar to Nahida, very similar to Nahida, except without stronger application and less damage, less buffing, but with defensive utility. She is crazy. She is one of the best Dendro supports in the entire game. She is cracked. I know some people might be like, why the hell is Xiao up here? Try her out. She's stupid. And you might think like, no, I'm blowing it out of proportion. I'm not. She literally competes with 5-star characters. She's literally like freaking insane. Like, just her base kit, she offers so much. Alhaitham. Alhaitham is another S tier. He's very strong. He has a lot of the good of Nahida too, except he doesn't have buffing potential and he has to be on field. But he comes with the benefit of dealing more damage. That's really it though. He's an insane character. Even without Nahida, if I just use him as a driver, he ends up dealing like an insane amount of damage. He's crazy. He's a crazy freaking character. His application's stupid. His damage is stupid. He's crazy. His problem is that he's not supportive at all. That's not really even a problem. That'd be like me complaining about who tower dealing damage. Like, what? That doesn't even make sense. Yeah, bad. Oh, no. I was gonna put her in G tier, but as I thought about it, no, you're really just using her for the res. Sure, she offers knockback resistance, but that lasts for like 3 hits. Just use Layla. Please just use Layla. Mika, finally. I talk about this character. I need to take a drink of something. Oh, that vodka did not quench my thirst. Oh god. Okay, Mika. Mika's freaking terrible. Mika is like Yunjin, where he only buffs the on-field character. That's like it. He doesn't do anything else. He has to be used right before Eula in order to get the most stacks. He doesn't apply cryo application either, so you're not even getting the benefit of cryo resonance. He's not a good unit. I have done testing between him and Qiqi. Like I said before, Qiqi just blatantly outscales him. She is just a better unit with Eula. He is so bad. He's really bad. You may be like, well, why? Well, that's just because she offers crit rate. She offers the cryo resonance, and Eula needs that. She relies on that to function. Mika does not provide that at all. He does provide battery potential, but then again, so does Rosaria. In fact, Rosaria is just better of the 3. The only thing she doesn't offer between the other 2 is defensive utility, but she offers damage. She offers even with Fav. She offers even Noblesse if you want to use Noblesse. She offers the Res Shred to help with physical damage. She offers Cryo Resonance. She offers so much. Qiqi offers either the Clam, she offers Tenacity, and she offers Cryo Resonance. And Mika offers 1 more stack, 1 more hit for Eula, like 10% physical damage because his buff is extremely inconsistent, and then 60% crit damage at C6. Oh, and then also the defensive utility, which Rosaria doesn't provide. That 60% crit damage also equates to 30% crit rate. And the thing about Rosaria, it offer up to a max of 15% crit rate on top of the cryo resonance that she's also buffing with. So she's offering 30% crit rate, which is of same value as Mika's C6. But she's doing that at a base level while also offering more damage. Like, what? Why is he awful? He's awful. He's so bad. He really needed so much. He needed so much. He is so bad. I don't know why they did this. He's so bad. He's the worst elemental buffer in the entire game. He's so bad. He doesn't excel at his element. Qiqi does better, which is sad. And Rosaria does better, which is sad. The only thing that he offers is a similar thing to Qiqi. That's that you can use Nahida's C2. But if you don't have Nahida's C2, there's literally no reason to use Mika when you could just use Rosaria, who will do everything Mika does except better. Even when he's at at C6. She's just better. She's just a better unit. Don't use Mika. He's bad. Sorry, I got a little ranty. I don't like it when they just make terrible decisions. I hate it when they do stupid stuff like this. It's so dumb. Then we have Kaveh. Kaveh's in C tier. Kaveh offers nothing, really. He offers wide AoE Dendro application, which can be done by these 3 Dendro characters. He offers some self-healing, which can be done by this character while also healing other characters. And that's it. But that's it. He just doesn't offer enough. His buff isn't even good. Not great for Nilo teams. Beidou is straight up better. Like, I'm so disappointed with some of their decisions. It just irritates the living hell out of me. Beidou's A. Beidou is a pretty good character. He's just a worse Yao Yao, which is odd. But Yao Yao's Dendro application makes her so much better because Dendro application is so much more important than anything else in all Dendro teams. As long as you have that Dendro aura up, your team is golden. Beidou cannot keep that Dendro aura up, but Yao Yao just outdoes him. He's just so much better. He's just better Beidou, which is weird. Qiqi, because I like calling her Qiqi because I think it's funny. Qiqi. She doesn't deal enough damage to actually be useful. Her shield is fine, but my worries were kind of true. She is just kind of a Dendro Layla. Well, that is good. She also has burst application, and Dendro is all about its application. You need application, and that's why she's not that great. She's just not that good. She's fine, but she just doesn't have a spot in the game. It's sad. It's just so sad. It's frustrating. I find it frustrating. Anyway, tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think I did a whoopsie on someone and rated them too high or too low? I could totally see Yao Yao, I know, maybe some others, like up or down some spots, but I agree with this. This seems good. Anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.